I'm Ann Labrode, and I just want to tell you a little bit about what I've been doing in my science classes over the last few years to engage students. And I've done this by making the classes more inquiry-based. This is something that can be done pretty simply. For example, in my forensics class, I used to just first lecture about the 3 basic fingerprint patterns, then students would take their fingerprints and identify the patterns. What I started to do recently was have the students make their fingerprints first, then looking at all the fingerprints in the room, they're the ones that have to come up with the different patterns that they see, and eventually they all somehow describe whorls, loops, or arches. In my 8th grade classes, a typical lab that we used to do was just comparing the density of old and new pennies. The way that I changed this to become a little bit more inquiry-based was first, students had to research the composition of pennies and how it had changed. They came back with the information that older pennies had more copper, newer pennies had more zinc. Then I gave them 2 strips, 1 copper, 1 zinc. They made some predictions about density, found the density, and based on that information, they were really able to apply their background knowledge to make a prediction about the density of the pennies, and it just tends to get students more engaged. I have Jesse here who has permission from his father to be here, and he's going to...
Alright, so this year we need to make a container to hold a potato, and it had to reach certain requirements, such as the size and weight of the container itself, and the temperature that the potato inside had to stay at. It couldn't drop more than 10 degrees in a 20-minute time frame. This is the container that my group made. As you can see, we have aluminum foil on the inside for insulation. We had to change this many times, first starting with just the potato wrapped up and put it in there, and that didn't work, so we added, foam peanuts. That didn't work. Bubble wrap, that didn't work. Eventually, we had this aluminum foil, and that eventually did keep the potato warm.